So as you think about this idea, if you're a business owner, you can be super successful or you cannot be successful. But I truly believe the 5 success factors really drive. Again, we want to work really hard. We certainly want to follow the system. We want to be solving problems, just not managing people, but leading people. Really, this idea is that we have to continue to evolve.
Welcome to the Hire Yourself podcast. Are you stuck in the corporate rat race, worrying about layoffs, and longing to take control of your destiny? This is the place for frustrated executives like you who want to escape the grind, live life on your own terms, and build wealth. Whether you're ready to make a full transition into franchise ownership or want to start building a side business along your corporate job, Pete guides you every step of the way. He'll talk about how to create career and income security, diversify your assets and income, and live life on your own terms. Your path to controlling your own destiny starts now.
Welcome to the Hire Yourself podcast. My name is Pete Gilfillan. I'm an international best-selling author of the book Hire Yourself. I'm a nationally recognized franchise consultant and certainly a proud corporate escapee. And I'm excited because my mission is to help senior level executives take control of their destiny, to build wealth, and to live life on their terms. It's a path that I took, and I certainly want to help more executives in this crazy world do that. And as part of the podcast, I always try to solve a question or answer a question. And today what I wanted to do is people ask me, how will I be successful with a franchise owner? I've never owned a franchise. My answer is that you have a certain level of degree of success, and it's based on you. What I mean by that is that you can have the same franchise and one person is wildly successful and one person isn't successful, or I'll use the term sucks. So what are the success factors that separate somebody from being really successful with the franchise system and somebody that sucks? And so let's talk about that. I believe the number one success factor with franchising or owning a business or being an entrepreneur is working hard. It's a demonstrated relentless effort, discipline, and dedication every day to building the business. You see, it takes a lot of power and energy to get a franchise business off the ground, and you have to be committed to it. You think about it this way: short-term sacrifices for long-term results or rewards from some point. So it does kind of come down to personal accountability, to work hard, to get your hands around the business, to get it going. I always use the example, it's like a plane getting off the tarmac. It takes a lot of power and energy to get that plane off the tarmac, and once it gets to a certain altitude, they can actually pull back in power. It's not any different. It is a lot of hard work becoming a business owner. So that is the number one success factor. A number two factor, or the second factor, is this idea that a franchise is a system. They put all the processes, procedures, and all that kind of stuff. And a franchise is designed to replicate. And the idea behind it is you follow the system. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make the system better, but at a minimum, you follow the system. And this sounds like, well, that's pretty easy. But there are people that sometimes think that they're smarter than the franchise system. And that's just not the case. We have to follow the system. Now, we can make it better from that standpoint. This allows you to be successful. And like I said, it's the idea is that you are following the system and you are going to have to make things better. It's just the way it works. But at a minimum, we follow the system. Obviously, that can be the marketing, the pricing, the customer experience, but we follow the system we invested in, or simply put, the playbook. The third success factor is that bottom line is that things happen. As a business owner, there is always gonna be challenges. There's gonna be obstacles like staffing shortages, customer complaints, supply chain delays, or it could even be that the marketing model is not working. The idea is that we have to figure out what works. And COVID was a great example, right? We had this pandemic come in. And no fault of anybody else's. Bottom line is that businesses had to figure out how they dealt with this reality of a pandemic. And so as a business owner, we're always solving problems. You have to be a problem solver. Entrepreneurs are problem solvers. So we just take them and figure it out. The fourth success factor is about people, and it's about leading people. You see, bottom line is that we are in a world now where people don't want to just work for 15 bucks an hour. That's not it. They want to have purpose. They want to be part of something. And so we always want to be putting together a high-performing team that have a common mission or a goal together, really driving the customer experience, whatever that may be. And certainly culture is a big part of it. See, we want to work together to do something, not I'm working for $15 an hour. I feel like I'm part of a team as an employee, that we're helping customers or we're doing something that makes the world a little bit better. And that could be just simple. Let's say you work at Chick-fil-A and you work behind the counter. They focus on smiling, treating the customer right, that experience. That's not a job, that's a customer experience advocate that you are behind the counter, helping people have a great experience. In this case, getting a great meal from a friendly place. The fifth, and I think this is really important, is that we are in a rapidly changing world. And so the fifth success factor is keep evolving, keep changing. We're not in a constant world, a consistent world. There is always changes. So we want to continuously improve our operations, adapt to new strategies, respond to market trends. This idea is that we must embrace change. Change is coming, and we want to protect ourselves, because if you're not changing, the competition will be changing. So we want to be evolving and changing, or continuing to grow. So as you think about this idea, if you're a business owner, you can be super successful or you cannot be successful. But I truly believe the 5 success factors really drive. Again, we want to work really hard. It takes a lot of power and energy to get a business off the ground. Number 2 is we certainly want to follow the system. That is key. We can always make the system better. Number 3 is that we want to be solving problems. We always are solving problems. That is business. That is life. There are problems. There's obstacles. We must overcome those obstacles to be successful. The 4th is about just not managing people, but leading people, taking people and making them part of a mission, helping them drive or support whatever your effort is to give somebody a great experience, to provide a superior product. Whatever it may be, it is about leading people in today's world. It's not about just hiring and then managing them, or we're just paying them. And then the 5th is really this idea is that we have to continue to evolve and to change. And so get your sneakers on, get ready. You're going to be improving operations. You're going to be adapting strategies. You're going to be responding to market trends. We don't know where we're going, but we do know that there is change. You know, if you're a corporate executive and maybe you're frustrated with the corporate world, or maybe you just want to create a path to diversify your assets and your income, or eventually to escape the corporate world, that's what I do. I work with successful executives all the time to help them explore to see if franchising is the right path. So if you're interested, just schedule a 15-minute call with me. I'd love to just learn a little bit more about your situation and tell you a little bit more about how I can help you explore franchising. And I always encourage you to subscribe, follow my podcast. I'm here to help you. And with that, have a great day.
Thanks for joining us on the Hire Yourself podcast. Pete's here to help you break free from the corporate rat race, take control of your destiny, and finally live life on your own terms. Whether that's jumping into franchise ownership full-time or starting it as a side hustle. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, share it with a fellow frustrated executive, and leave a review to let us know your thoughts. Until next time, take charge, build your future, and live life on your own terms.